What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So today we're going to be drawing Narancia from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. So it's a portrait of him, and we're going to start with the eyes, just like usual. So top eyelid. So we're about the middle of our page, right here. Find your center point and come over to the right a little bit. So we will go diagonal up like so first. And then across and down. This kind of shape, what we're looking for. And real big eyelashes on Narancia. So we're going to thicken this up first. So we'll thicken it up. Make it a real big thick black line. Of course, I recommend a pencil for these guys. And if I go too fast, just hit your pause button or slow it down in your settings. Either one works. Right, so then we have another eyelid line, so just above that. So we have a dark shadow just coming off here. And then another eyelid line that just comes across the top, just here. And down the back a little bit, just down like so. And then those eyelashes can come up above that now. Spiking eyelash lines. Like so. Real big eyelashes on Narancia. So the bottom eyelid then, so it's going to curve down like so, and then it's going to come back up in towards the tear duct, just in here, and then we thicken this up as well. Really big, really dark line. And then we got some eyelash lines sticking off that. Slightly smaller than the top eyelash lines, but still pretty big. So that's the kind of eye we're looking for. And then his iris just in here, semicircle. So, and then a pupil inside, dark black, and then a shine just here. If you wanted, you could do two. Sometimes JoJo characters have two, and maybe some iris muscle lines coming up in here, because your iris is a muscle. Right, so we're in proportion, so that means the other eye starts eye distance across. So if you measure this eye, that's where the next tear duct is going to start, just over here. So I'm going to go diagonal up again, diagonal across, and it meets sort of hair here, so we don't have this part that comes down. But we could draw it in if you wanted. We could just draw it in, because we're going to be covering it with hair anyway. But just so you can get a sense of his eye shape. And then the top eyelid line, just there real thick. Like so. We could do the shadow that's here with the top eyelid line just over it. And then we can add those eyelashes. So big thick eyelash lines. A couple of them here. And then his bottom eyelid comes down real big, little curving down to here, and then we thicken it up. And it gets kind of pointy in at his tear duct. And then you can add some spiking eyelash lines coming off. Like so. And then an iris and a pupil. So we do a curved line coming around there. Semicircle, half circle, however you'd like to call it. And then his pupil right in here in the center. And coloured in dark black. And then he's a shine or a highlight there, and some eye muscle lines just there. So what we can see of the eyebrows. So starting just here, we're going to bring it up like so. Cross. And then we go up to a kind of a jaggedy pointy part just here. And then the bottom part comes around underneath that and meets that point at the end just there. And of course these are dark. And we have some frown lines kind of coming out of that, and a line coming down just towards the nose there. And then a shadow on the inside of this eye. If you watch JoJo, you'll know that the characters, most of them, especially in Golden Wind, they have all these shadows coming down their face. Well, if you might have noticed, you might not have. You'll notice now anyway. So the eyebrow on the other side comes up like so, comes across, and this one goes underneath his hair just about here, and it's kind of wider just on this end, dark black. So we have a piece of hair, say here, coming down beside his eye. And we've more fringe coming across, but we'll do his nose and his mouth and stuff first. So his nose, right down here, so we just do a V. So we go like so. And this may have a bit of a shadow underneath it, so you can thicken it up a little bit just down here on the bottom, and add two nostrils very simply with two lines like that. Right, so the center of the bridge of his nose has those hatching lines coming down it. So we have vertical lines that go down the side of his nose on that side, and then they go down the side of his nose on this side. And they get smaller as they go down. Like so. So he's a real big top lip, Narancia. So it's real close to his... It's like he's got a really small jaw. That's what it looks like. So his top lip is real close to his nose, like nearly touching this shadow. So it's like right here. We have a little V just there for the center of his lip. And then this comes down the other side. Down to there. And then the other side will come down like that. Like so. So... Right, so his lip, right, so his lip is, it's kind of like an open lip, but it's got a big, it's got a bump there, so that's like his mouth. So we've got a V, and then his mouth is semi-open, so we curve this around, like so, and then curve that down like that. And we do pretty much the same thing over here. This comes down like so. And this might come a little bit further, maybe just there. And then we have a line coming right across here for his bottom lip, and a line coming across here for the other side of it. And you can kind of see his teeth inside there, but not that much. And he might have some hatching lines just on his lip here, just to show, I guess, the skin of his lip. Or to give it a shadow. And then his bottom lip, just down here. So, curves around, back up, and it's got a bit of a shadow underneath it. So on this eye, we might see some of the shadow of his eye, but it's covered mostly with hair, so we could just do a little bit of it. And we're probably going to end up covering it with most of his fringe, but we'll draw it in anyway, just here. Like so, just to even things up. And then his chin, right, so his chin, just down here. So the distance from his nose to his bottom lip is the same as the bottom lip to the chin if you're trying to keep your proportions. The bottom lip is halfway between the nose. This line is halfway between the nose and the chin. And the nose is halfway down the face between the eyes and the chin. So if this is your top, your chin will be down there. So that's the same distance. Nose to eye is the same from nose to chin. So then our jaw will come up the side, like so. Our jaw will come up the side on the other side. Like so. And then we'll bring it up the side of his head, just here. And then up this side as well. Like so. So basically how far up you go, it's dictated by his hair. So we have like some fringe that comes down across his face here. Just there. And then we have another piece of fringe that comes down across his hair, across his face, just here, sorry. Just here. Okay. So we might as well finish his fringe and then we'll do his ears and the rest of his head and stuff. So, right, so this, he's real messy hair. So he's got all these hair spikes that come down across his face like this. And this one curves up around his eye. Just here. Goes up towards his head, just up here. And this will all be coloured in black as well. So then we've got some hair spikes coming down across his face. A good few of them. So one here. And we might have some of this eyebrow that keeps going down this way. And then some hatching lines in there. Right, so more of these hair spikes then. Another one comes right down across his eye. Down like so. A bit thicker up here. Then another one comes down right down to his nose, just there. A bit thicker up here. They're nearly hair thin at the bottom. They're nearly single hairs. This is a big one now, comes across his nose. Comes right across towards that shadow. Comes right down to here. Might be another one sticking off. And then this is going to curve right back up here. And then we have more hair spikes in here. And another one coming down in here. Right by his eye. And then some coming down onto his cheek. Another one coming down onto his cheek here. Another one here. And a couple sticking off, like so. And then just joins back up into here. So these are all dark black inside. It's all dark, all in here. So you don't need to worry about any lines that are underneath or anything because they'll be colored over. And then, so we have some that come up to across his ear. So spiking here, sticking out, real messy hair. This comes up like so. Got this headband that comes around his head here. And comes right down to his ear with a hair spike coming down here. And another one there. And you guessed it, another one here. And there's loads. There's loads of hair spikes. So now his ears. So we can just see his ears just in behind his hair here. So we're going to curve it around. Down like so. Into here. And we can see another one on this side. So his ears are just in line with the nose here. And his top of his ears are in line with his eyebrows. When a character is looking at you straight on, that's the proportions. I know it's bigger than everyone thinks, but that's actually the way it is. And then we've ear lines inside there. Like so. And then this his orange headband. So it's got two layers. So we have orange headband, black hair, and then orange headband again. So I say so a lot. I only noticed when I started recording these videos. Curving down like so, goes up, over. It's kind of a bumpy, wavy line. You could do it any old way. Like so. It's just wrapped around his head, and then it's got some fold lines on it, just like this. Like so. And another bumpy fold line there. The next layer then is black hair, and it comes out just here on this side and just here on this side, and it's more of a rounded shape because it's his head. And then this has another layer of bumping headband coming around it. Like so, and you might have a fold line or two every now and then. And then a hair spike sticking up off, coming from the black section just here. So like coming off this way. And don't worry about any of these lines because his hair is black, so they'll all be coloured over. And if you want, you can rub them out if they're annoying you. You can get rid of them inside there. And he has one hair spike sticking out here. Like so. I'll just get rid of these just so you can make it makes more sense for you. Okay, so we'll go down and do his neck. So he has some hairlines coming down the side of his neck. So we have just coming down from his jaw, just up here. So we have curved line coming out like so. So that's like black hair, comes right down to his trapezius, and this side as well. So it comes out to there. Alright, so that's some of his hair. Looks like his neck, but it's actually his hair. And then inside, we can see his neckline. Just here, line for his neck. And then a line for his neck just underneath, say, his eye, just there. Just there and just there. And then he's got that black collar, so we'll curve this around like so. And they go down this way. And it's going to curve all the way around his neck up to the other side. Just into there, and then the other side of this comes out from around his neck, down here. Like so. Comes down. And then comes around the bottom. Like so. And then we have some neck muscle lines. Just here. Some hatching. And then there's a dark shadow underneath his neck. So it comes right out. Down like so. It's like you're drawing his jawline again. This is all dark under here. Shadow for like his Adam's apple. Like so. Okay, so then he has a couple of belts coming off. So like we've a line down here and a line down here, and this has a buckle on it. And there's one in the middle which doesn't have a buckle. So this comes right down the front of his chest. And then the buckle just comes out here and around, back up, like so. This, and then this strap keeps going down here. Like so. And we do pretty much the same thing over here. So we do the buckle, curve it around like that, curve around the other side, and we go diagonal, like so. And then, so we have his trapezius muscle right here. And this meets another strap. So it's like on his shoulder, just here. And this comes down, like so. And same over here. And this meets a piece of leather that goes across his chest. All the way to there. And then just inside here we can see his collarbone. So it like comes across just here. Comes underneath these straps. Comes back up the other side. Like so. You might, there's some like little detail lines just on his muscles here. Very subtle little lines. Like the bottom of his collarbone. Some of his like neck in here. Very scribbly, sort of just suggesting, hinting at lines for his muscles. Not doing too much in the way of descripting. Something like this. And then his shoulder, so it just comes out and around. Down like that. This side comes out as well. Like so. I think he has some sort of muscle lines coming down it like this. He's a skinny guy, but he's got some muscles. Like so. And then those lines on his face, those JoJo lines that most characters have coming down their jawline. Just gives him a bit of definition just here. Like so. Maybe some just on his forehead. Yeah, but that is the basic idea how to draw Narancia from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.